Hey guys, we're back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be going over the best raid towers that you can create out of twig. Raid towers are also good because on vanilla servers you can literally come around with a rock, hit trees, get some wood, and then raid tower into somebody's compound. And let's say they have a sleeper there full geared with AK, or their base's doors open or missing doors inside the compound. You can just get lucky sometimes. And if we have time at the end of this video, I'm going to search around on some vanilla servers, seeing if we can make any plays literally just using a building plan and some wood. So stick around for the end if or not we get to that. Not quite sure, it's all depending on luck. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to look for when trying to raid tower into somebody's base is obviously where their external TCs are. You're going to want to locate them and see which one is the furthest from the wall that you're trying to breach over and get into the base. Obviously, this is so that you aren't building blocked as far away, because with any raid tower, you're going to have to start with foundations, which cannot be placed in building blocked. Once again, this is obvious, but just stating this for the video. Before we start, it is useful to note that boots do not make yourself receive less damage from falls like they used to. Just to prove it, here we have 100 health boots on. We drop 31 HP and then we take the boots off. Let's go for that drop again barefoot. We should be at 31 HP. There you go. So boots do not help at all. So the max damage that you can take without getting wounded from fall damage is going to be from 7 stories tall. I'll demonstrate 7-story tall fall right here. And we go down to about 4 HP. If we crank that up a notch, 7 and 1/2 floor tall, we will obviously get injured. Now the medkit in your hotbar does insta revive you if you're wounded, but that does not apply to fall damage no matter how many people tell me it works. Here, I'll show you guys. We're gonna get wounded and we're not going to get revived by the medkit in the hotbar. So hopefully we can put that theory to rest. Let's say you're some sort of master farmer and you've succeeded in creating a pure max health tea, because screw it, man. Let's just collect all the red and yellow berries that we can before we start researching ladders. Whatever. You can survive a fall from 8.5 stories tall. Now this is just barely 1 HP and I'm about to bleed out, but we're good. So max on that is going to be 8.5 stories tall. If we're talking being wounded and you want to put RNG into play, just add 1.5 floors to the total. So 7 floors without a pure max health tea plus 1.5, you'll be at 8.5 floors. And that's factoring in if you stand up on your own, because from 1.5 floors, you will not take any damage. So once you get up from your wounded state, you will survive once you hit the ground. And you can say the same about with a pure max health tea, 8.5 plus 1.5, 10 floors tall. With the RNG that you survive, you're going to get up after a 10-story fall to the ground. Okay, now on to some actual raid towers here. And for any of the OG Rust players out there, the door frame does not give more stability than a wall frame anymore. This has happened a while ago, but just in case you've been living under a rock, no pun intended, the frame stability is the same as the doorway. So just use the frame because it's less wood cost than the doorway. So the cheapest possible raid tower that you can make would be one raised triangle and then another triangle halfway down that foundation. And you're going to be using wall frames, as I said, for this. Now we're going to be adding frames completely around in every space that you can put them. So 4 around the edge on the shell and then 1 in the center. That one will actually be used as our steps to get up. And then we'll just continue this all around. Get up over here, build the center all the way up, and keep using this as a jump. Pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure that you're building it up as you go and place them. You can place about 3 above your head at a time, and then just keep your control button down. And it could take some getting used to, but you should get the hang of it pretty easily to climb these all the way to the top. Now this raid tower can be built a whopping 22 floors into the sky before it becomes completely unstable at the top. So this is really only useful if you're trying to jump onto a 15-story base and you're using the maximum of 7 floors to get to the roof. Or it can be used underwater to build all the way up to the surface and then raid tower on top of water bases built out in the ocean. If you guys take a look here, there's some few tiers where stability maxes out. So only on the first floor can you place 2 squares back to back like that. Coming up to the 4th floor, this will be the maximum stability for placing a square and a triangle. Anything above that won't be stable enough. All the way up here on the 11th floor is where it becomes the max stability for 1 square. And then the 14th floor is basically the last thing you can build on, with the triangle becoming the maximum stable, and anything above that, nothing can be attached, otherwise it will just collapse. So let's say that you've built up extremely high, like up here, and you are still somehow in building privilege. Make sure, if you can, bring a large box with you. This can actually help extend your jump out like at least half of a floor. So we place it all the way on the edge, and there you go. You've got another half floor of clearance to jump onto the base. All right, so when you're jumping over high walls, keep this in mind, guys. Check this out. Let's say you're some sort of parkouring god and you can land directly on the hitbox of the high wall every single time. We're gonna fall here from way over the maximum height. That would normally wound me, but since we clip onto the wall, it does not kill you. Check this out. I'm leaving that in the video. Okay, that was pretty good. Anyways, as I was saying, check this out. Yo, we just fell from like 15 freaking floors, took 22 damage. So if you're some sort of parkouring god, like I said, you can clip onto the high walls doing that and literally fall from any height possible. Technically, any base is really raid baseable if you can get over it in 22 floors, but it's not very practical or anything. Just a tip I wanted to show you guys. So when you're looking for TCs to scout that you're trying to raid over and into, they really only need to be about 1.5 foundations away from the wall, even a bit closer. This is pretty generous with the privilege. So I'll show you guys a tower I've made jumping into this thing, which is just over 1.5 foundations away from the wall. We were able to slap a box, and on the maximum stability for a square triangle combo, we can easily get into this thing and use the wall. Okay, I'm leaving that again. We can easily jump into this thing and use the wall if we want. I'm not going to use the wall for this one though. And here's the method using the wall so we can actually save some HP on the jump. Only took 30 damage there. So yeah, that's the sort of distance that you guys are working with. I know it's very tough to eyeball, especially from the outside of the compound and with the TCs having a dome-like radius. But just as a rule of thumb, to have a quick idea, if you're going to be able to jump into it or not, about 1.5 foundations from the wall, and you should definitely be able to make it. Okay, before we do move on to some vanilla content and trying to raid tower into some active players' bases, I'm going to attempt a 22 floor jump and see if we can clip onto the wall and survive. I don't think I've really ever tried to do this, but let's see if we can make it happen. Okay, take 1, 22 floor raid tower jump attempt. Bro, this ain't happening. What? What the frick was that? We perfectly did it first try, dudes. Let's go. Oh my god, I don't even know. We didn't even hear the wall clip. How did that? I have no idea how that just happened, boys, but we did it. First try. Let's go. I'm actually a parkour god, if you guys don't know. Anyways, yeah, let's move on to some vanilla. I think we're ready. Okay, guys, we have our first victim of the vanilla scouting mission. Actually was able to get some scrap on the way here, but probably all going to be lost once we jump in here. This dude does have large furnaces. We're playing on the cancerous face punch hacker ridden server, and I believe that we should be able to raid tower into this guy's base. If you guys remember, the 4th floor is where a square and a triangle can be placed at max stability. I think that should be good for this one. And this is the 4th floor. See, this guy was smart and he added extra foundations around the first layer. If you guys want to make your base non-raid towerable, do that and extend it all the way to the high wall. Okay, this will 100% be worth it once we get in there. You just know he's gonna have stacks and stacks of HQM in these furnaces, right? Hey, we got charcoal. What is this? All right, we're working with something here. Yo, we can almost get his mixing table. Yo, we should check the cracks of his base. Check this thing out. Actually, HQM in there. Oh, that's a box, guys. We're so close. You just know there's a box of C4 sitting right there. Well, let's continue looking. We'll get super duper lucky at some point. Guaranteed. Here's the deal. If we find a box of AKs, we will actually play this wipe. And luckily, pretty sure we can jump up out of here using a twig, which I didn't bring any wood. Let's chop down a tree and get out of here with twig. Okay guys, well, I fully expect to die here, but I'm not trying to turn this video into a movie-length solo vanilla wipe. The furnaces are on, they'll probably be online as well, but we're still going to attempt the raid tower and just get shot down, most likely. And these guys have external TC, so this might not even be possible. Okay, this is definitely possible. Unfortunately, he has 2 layers of walls, so yeah, it's pretty useless. But hey, and there's a turret in there too, bruh. Oh no, are they coming home? Trying to get over their wall, second wall here. Bruh, no. Hello. I'm friendly.
What are you doing in here?
I'm friendly.
No, you're not. Why are you building my compound?
I'm making a video.
On how
Video?
to take loot out of a furnace? Is that your video?
Yeah, it's a raid tower video. No, can I look in your compound though? Just for fun, and then you can kill me.
I don't know if you want to look in here.
I heard the turret. Oh, jeez.
See? Told you there's turrets, man. It's gonna get you.
I can do this.
Oh, you can get by it? I don't know if you can come by it. There's a turret there.
Pick me up, pick me up. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there's a turret there.
Oh, rip. What a group of friendly guys. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call the video there. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Maybe we'll have to do a vanilla wipe.